This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. I'm Marek Mazurek. 4 sapling trees that were descended from the original horse chestnut tree outside Anne Frank's hiding place in Amsterdam and grown in Indiana are now traveling to new homes across the country. Ambius, a Pennsylvania-based interior landscaping and plant services company with an office in Indianapolis, helped propagate and grow the trees at Valonia State Nursery in Jackson County. During World War II, Anne Frank and her family spent more than 2 years hiding in Amsterdam. Through a window, Frank saw a chestnut tree that she wrote about in her diary. After the tree was knocked down during a 2010 storm, the Anne Frank House in Amsterdam distributed seeds from the tree to partner organizations around the world, including New York-based Anne Frank Center USA, which received 13 trees. 11 of those trees made their way to Indiana and originally arrived at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. Lauren Barnesfeather, CEO of the Anne Frank Center USA, said the trees are an active reminder of Frank's experience during the Holocaust.
It's a living memorial. When it's in a place of learning, then it becomes part of the institution's identity. So many young people will read Anne Frank's story in some form that it's an entry point to teach the longer, deeper history of what happened in the Holocaust.
One of the Children's Museum's exhibits shares Frank's story and features a recreation of the chestnut tree at the entrance of the exhibit. The South Bend Community School Corporation is bringing its facilities management operations back in-house following a decision to end its contract with Tennessee-based SSC Services for Education. SSC filed a warn notice with the state disclosing a planned layoff of over 200 workers effective June 30th. In an effort to cut costs and improve efficiency, the school district will onboard about 200 maintenance and custodial workers as full-time employees when SSC's contract ends. South Bend Schools spokesman Andrew Gotts said the district believes the majority of the workers will come back for the district full-time, doing largely the same work as before. The district estimates it will save between $3 and $5 million a year in the move. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
To succeed, you need to stay informed. You need to be engaged. And let's face it, you need to set yourself apart from the rest by connecting with a company that brings you the best. Because in today's environment, business is an ever-moving target, and we'll help you chase it. IBJ Media. The best of business is in us. Get started at ibjmedia.com/youngprofessional.
A Carmel-based developer plans to begin construction next month on a $100 million theme park along US 31 in Sheridan after the project received rezoning approval Tuesday. Sheridan Town Council members voted 4-2 to approve a rezoning request by Monarch Ventures LLC, a new division of Circle Property Group, to build Skylake, a 126-acre theme park planned at the northwest corner of US 31 and 216th Street. Circle Property Group leaders expect to break ground on Skylake in June, while development plans will still require approval from the town. The first phase of the park will feature a 6-acre man-made lake and could open by June of 2026. Total construction time would take 6 years. The all-season nature-based theme park's primary feature will be a lake with white sand beaches and rentable land-based and floating cabanas. The lake will also have a 40-foot-tall slide and jump structure, a 300-foot floating obstacle course, and paddleboard areas. For more specs on the project, head to InsideIndianaBusiness.com. A pair of Hamilton Superior Court lawsuits alleging negligence on Amazon's part are headed back to trial court after the Indiana Supreme Court denied transfer in both cases. The lawsuits were filed on behalf of 2 independent truck drivers and alleged that Amazon did not provide adequate signage for contractors entering the company's Greenfield warehouse. The ensuing accidents killed one driver and catastrophically injured the other. Driver Mahari Ukbo was hit in 2022 and survived his injuries, while Harvale Dillon, who was hit a month later, died at the scene. The appellate court reversed and remanded both Ukbo and Dillon's cases, ruling Amazon had direct knowledge of the hazard it created and took no action to provide instructions for approaching truck drivers. According to court documents, the drivers parked on the road and walked up to the facility to get directions, but both were hit by passing vehicles. Both cases were dismissed in Hamilton Superior Court after Amazon successfully argued that the incidents didn't happen on their property and therefore they wouldn't be held liable. However, Indiana's appeals court disagreed. It's race month, and the 500 Festival CEO Bob Bryant is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC. A weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Marek Mazurek for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.
Get ready for full throttle coverage as we shift into high gear for Business at the Brickyard, presented by LiUNA with support from the City of Westfield and Daniel's Family Vineyard and Winery. We're giving you the inside track on the powerful connection between motorsports and the Indiana economy. Join us at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for exclusive interviews, behind-the-scenes access, and the stories that drive the business of motorsports. So buckle up and join us for Emmy Award-winning Business at the Brickyard coverage all month long.